So I want to tell you about a TV show that I found out about sort of mid to late 80s. And it was originally made and shown in the 1960s. And it was being shown on Channel 4, which at the time Channel 4 was quite new. It had only been out sort of a year or 2 years, and that was buying up sort of random TV shows and old shows to try and fill the programs during the day. And my dad told me about this show. I'd never heard of this, and he says, "Kev, you want to watch this? You'll probably like it." He'd seen the show years ago, and the name of that TV show was The Prisoner. And the main character on this was Patrick McGoohan. And the concept behind this is that Patrick McGoohan is an ex government spy agent, and he wants to retire. So he goes to his boss, he says, "Look, I've had enough," hands him his papers, says, "That's the end of it, I'm finished." He goes home, starts to pack his stuff, and then the next thing he sees that there's gas being pumped into the apartment, and Patrick McGoohan, he falls unconscious. He then wakes up in a place called the Village. Now, you only ever know this place as the Village. Nobody really knows what the place is, where it is. It's just an island in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by ocean, so it's difficult to escape from. And the idea is that of this island is that it brings people to the island who have retired, ex-agents who have retired, or who they feel may have given information to other countries, other governments, and they're wary of Patrick McGoohan, that he may be retiring just so he wants to defect and give information to the enemy. So on this island, nobody is given a name. Instead, everybody is given a number. Patrick McGoohan is given the number 6, and the person that runs the island is number 2. Again, we don't know who number 1 is. All we ever see is number 2. And number 2's job is to manage the island and try and get information out of number 6, Patrick McGoohan. Sorry, let me just get a camera lock. I'm losing it. So his job is to get information out of number 6. And so we see each week they're trying to set up Patrick McGoohan. He thinks he's doing the right things, and he's putting together a plan to try and escape from the island, only to see that at the end of the show he's captured by number 2 and his merry men. And as the show progresses, we see that Patrick McGoohan, he starts to grow wise, and he starts to learn from this as the show goes on, and he starts to outwit his captors. And every week there's always a new number 2, because each number 2 is put in place to try and get the information out of number 6, Patrick McGoohan's character. And they always fail, because he won't let up. No matter what they throw at him, they drug him, they trick. Unbelievable amounts of trickery is put into place to get him to give information or to extract information, and they can't, no matter what they do. So that number 2, if he can't do it, the next series they move in another number 2. So pretty much every episode you see a new number 2 in place, and to try and break number 6 and get information out of him. It's a very clever show. Considering it was made in the 1960s, it really is ahead of the game. I think it stands up today in many ways. As the episodes went on, it did get more and more strange. It kind of got a bit more 60s psychedelic strangeness, almost drug-induced scenes that you were watching as the show, in particular the last sort of 2 episodes, it really did get quite strange towards the end. But I know that I couldn't imagine anybody else playing number 6 than Patrick McGoohan. He was absolutely engrossing to watch. He seemed to have this permanent sort of grin, smile on his face, even when he was angry. Just playing the part. He was just completely engrossing. I think this wouldn't have been such a success as it was if it wasn't for Patrick McGoohan. And I know that he put so much effort into this that he took him to the brink of a nervous breakdown. I'm not going to tell you what happens in the end as to whether he does escape. That's up to you. That's up to you. If you think that this would be something that would be of interest to you, give it a go. I would suggest try it and just hang on for the second episode, right? Okay, because I would imagine that by then it's caught your attention and you'll want to watch it all the way through to the end. It's a fabulous show. It leaves you with a lot of unanswered questions at the end, and those questions, it leaves it to you to sort of fill in the gaps and make your own opinion on what was going on. So worth a go. It's called The Prisoner, Patrick McGoohan. Catch it up on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever you got, or you can even stream this, I believe, as well. So good luck. Let me know what you think.